Oh, this is so much an SAT problem. I want you to see how to do it. What is the area of sector AOB in terms of pi? Students tend to freak out when they see something like this because they think they can't do it. If this point is at 6, 0, then we know this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if this point is 0, 6, we know we started at the origin and this is 6. We obviously have a circle of radius 6. If we needed the area of the entire circle, we would say the area is equal to pi times the radius squared. The radius is 6. 6 squared is 36 pi. But that would be the whole circle. We don't have the whole circle. We have 1/4 of the whole circle. So we have the sector area is equal to 36 pi divided by 4, which is 9 pi. Easy peasy. Everything's easy when you know how to do it. Now we have a follow-up question. What is the length of AB in terms of pi? We already know our radius is 6. We know that the entire circumference would be equal to 2 pi r. 2 times 6 is 12 pi. But we don't want the whole circumference. We only want this little distance from here to there, which is 1/4 of 12 pi. So AB is equal to 3 pi. The hands on the circular clock measures 18 centimeters, the distance from here to here. It's exactly the same problem, only the radius is 18 centimeters. So the circumference of the whole circle clock would be 2 times the radius times pi equals 36 pi, but we don't want the whole thing, we only want 1/4. So this arc from 12 to 3 is equal to 36 divided by 4, or 9 pi. It's also interesting to note that here the radius was 6 and the arc was 3, whereas here the radius is 18, 3 times 6, and the arc is 9, which is 3 times this arc here. Finally, we get to our very last problem, and this is a really interesting problem. Within a square section of land, he will build a path. What is the closest value of y? Well, what do we know? We know we have 30, 60 right triangles, and the hypotenuse is 21 feet. So if we divide this by 2, we're going to get 10.5 feet. Now, a 30-60 right triangle means that this long side is 10.5 times the square root of 3, right? X, 2x, x times the square root of 3. We have that here. We also have that here. And if this is 21, this is 10.5 feet. Well, what do we know? We know that 10.5 plus y is equal to 10.5 times the square root of 3, which has to be my side length. So how are we going to write that? Let's see. 10.5 feet plus y is equal to 10.5 times the square root of 3. If I want y by itself, I subtract 10.5 from both sides, and I get y equals 10.5 times the square root of 3 minus 10.5. And if you have a calculator and you're not afraid to use it, then you can calculate this value. But that's a perfect answer. So let's all go home to dinner.